calling all scrippers, calling all hustlers, finesses. I'm talking when game 3 come into ATL, you gonna see the finest of the finest from front row all the way to the rafters. I think the cheapest ticket right now is $300. So you know the city of Atlanta is hyped up. Yes, I'm rocking this while I got the Atlanta hat on at the moment. Everybody excited. I mean, like you said, this is a team that surpassed all expectations, and you're just riding high with something that Atlanta fans were never treated to, and that's just playoff success. But I mean playoff success when you thought you, like you said, dead in the water. You didn't think you really stood a chance, so why get your hopes up anyways? Not like when the Falcons went on that run and you expected them to make it to the NFC Championship game. It was expectations that you knew that that team needed to make, and you knew that was going to happen. This team, you come out of left field a little bit. You see the stardom in Trae Young budding, and then you see the way that he also incorporates his players, because when Trae does struggle or he goes cold in moments, you got Lemon Pepper Lou. You're going to have that Magic City special. That's what they're going to have down there at Magic City. They're going to have them Lemon Pepper Lou, number 6 special, probably out there on that menu. Then you got Kevin Huerter, who came through with 27 of his own. Bogdanovich, the only bogey out there in the league. That's the only bogey we going to recognize. And then you also have Gallinari, and then the silent assassin in the middle with Clint Capella doing his thing. And, you can't discredit the bench as well, the extended bench. And it's just fun. It gets me hyped. I would love to be able to go to game 1. If they go to the finals, might have to work something out, but I think this is good for basketball. People try to make the argument, and it's the people that don't involve themselves or know the sport really. We're like, oh, KD's not in it. LeBron's not in it. The casual fan doesn't want to watch it because Steph's not in it. This is the first time you've asked for parity, and here's parity. Right. Did it come by way of COVID? Possibly, maybe just a little bit. But now you have a team, 4 teams, 2 of which have never won a championship. And the other 2, technically the Hawks really have never won a championship. I'm not counting the St. Louis Hawks. Like, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't either. That's 1967. In the modern time, right? This is the 2015 team. Also went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They played LeBron. LeBron swept them, obviously. And that Cavs team with Love and Kyrie before they both got hurt before going to the championship. So, yeah, I mean, this feels like the best chance. And to your point, I mean, if you're a fan and you've always been like, oh, well, you know who's going to win every year. Well, now you have no idea. You have there's some big names still out there, right? Chris Paul, Paul George, Giannis. But this is the first time where you get to really see a team that shouldn't be there. The Phoenix Suns, they had the best record, but no one thought they would be there. The Bucks as well. And obviously the Hawks, and I think people felt like the Clippers, if they got things together, they would be there. So it's exciting, man. And let me ask you this before I jump into these stories here. I want to do. I know we're a little past 5 minutes. Apologize. I feel like I have to frame this because we've all been there as an athlete when you're kind of tested, right? And a guy on the Sixers is now being –
I don't know why you have to mince your words. Ben Simmons, yes. What about Ben Simmons are you trying to ask?
No, I'm not mincing him. I mean, I think my question, right, is the toughest thing as an athlete is not when you fail. Failing is going to happen. Failing happens in life. But when you fail and you start to lose respect from your peers, right? It's one thing if fans for them to say something or just, get on Twitter and talk a little bit. But when your peers start to look at you differently, how do you handle that? I guess my question is, did you ever see that on a team? And/or how do you think Ben Simmons will handle that pressure and really that new moniker that's going to be kind of put on it?
Yeah, I've definitely seen that on a team, and the only time I've ever seen that is in 2 places. That's in middle school and high school. Those are the only 2 places where you're not mentally strong enough to trust your ability, and that's what we saw with Ben Simmons. And it was sad to see because when you're at that level, being a professional athlete, you questioning your abilities is sad. And I truly mean that, and I hope he has people that can pump him up and bring him back around to a positive mindset, because when you don't do the things that got you there, and that's what he stopped doing, which is just driving to the basket, playing good defense, but being aggressive and going to the hole. He stopped doing that and lost full confidence in what his abilities were just because he wasn't hitting free throws, and we already knew he can't shoot. So now he took away his only threat And it's really tough to see somebody go through that. But at the same time, specifically for Ben Simmons, he's been in the league for 4 years. And the complacency that you're hearing, which is the biggest word for him that's going around, thinking that you could do this for your entire career, never learning how to shoot consistently. That's where you don't feel bad from him, because that's just you being lazy and not getting in the gym. But you never want to see somebody lose confidence in just their natural ability for what got them into whatever position that they're in, because now you're just questioning your existence. And then that you never want to see from somebody. What do you think?
I'm with you. I've seen it. I've seen it happen at a high level. I think the difficult thing is when you start to question yourself around people that you should be the same or even better than, or maybe just have more natural ability than. It is super hard to flip that switch back. Like you said, I hope that he has people around him, and obviously we look at mental health much differently now. So I hope that he's able to kind of seek that out in whatever way that he might need that. But also to your point, right? If you aren't putting in the work, the preparation to be able to go be successful, then there's something that has to change there. So I'm super. I mean, listen, he's still 6'10", he's still rich.
Yeah, $180 million. Yeah, I don't feel bad for him from that standpoint. I feel bad for that confidence, but no, you needed to be in the gym these past 4 years to learn how to shoot. That is an objective criticism. You can't.